Hello. Welcome back to Almighty Blues FC, a fan channel for all to see. और I know भाई I know that people are saying that भाई कहाँ है लाइव सेशंस यार, एक दो दिन नहीं आए बस. डेरिन आपका कमेंट देखा मैंने, लेकिन डेफिनेटली थैंक्स फॉर जॉइनिंग अगेन. होपफुली पीपल विल गेट द नोटिफिकेशन आज. आई नो दैट देयर हैज बीन एन इश्यू, लेकिन आज तो भाई आना ही था लाइव. Yes, I know midweek में थोड़ा inconsequential मैच था, लेकिन a lot has happened even in that inconsequential match Chelsea का. But not just Chelsea, obviously Arsenal, playing in Europe, Chelsea playing in Europe, Liverpool and Spurs. भाई बहुत ही important week रहा है चारों teams के लिए. लेकिन of course, Barcelona के लिए some huge news आज, and इस weekend का game important होने वाला है. But come on, talking about game, pretty sure यहाँ पर हम डार्बी के लिए वेट कर रहे हैं. द डार्बी भाई, लंदन डार्बी एक है, ओबा डार्बी आप देख रहे हो, दैट इज ऑब्वियसली अ केस. लेकिन आई थिंक समथिंग्स गॉट टू गिव यार. आर्सेनल ऑलमोस्ट यू कैन से हुआ नहीं कर, इट्स अ वेरी रेयर थिंग यार, फॉर द लास्ट से डेकेड ऑलमोस्ट मैं बोलूंगा दैट अगेंस्ट आर्सेनल ऐसा लगता था जैसे प्रीवियस डेकेड में स्पर्स के साथ लगता है. मतलब इट वाजंट सच अ बिग काइंड ऑफ अ मैच, लेकिन ये मैच एंड स्पेशली इस साल के मैचेस आप मैं बोल सकता हूं दैट आर्सेनल हैव हैड नंबर ओवर अस, both in terms of table as well as basically form or players or signings or everything basically. Let's be very honest about it. इसलिए it's a huge match चेल्सी के लिए. it's about pride as well as point जैसे मैंने डाला है. डरेन कोई नहीं यार, we'll come more often again. भाई this is a month जहां पर आप जानते ही हो वर्ल्ड कप का मंथ है. Starting with the football world cup as well, but cricket world cup already going on already sport plus. तो काफी curated content is what we are trying to bring along with the live session. So I hope that makes sense, Jiren. I know you're just joking as well, bro. Great to see you. Hope you play with the heart against Arsenal. I think that is the key. That is the key. Again, Oba to pretty much sure wo to he'll be turned on. Proper, मतलब Oba will be like on fire. लेकिन will he actually do well in terms of on the pitch, वो देखना पड़ेगा. I know social media में तो Aubameyang rocks next level है भाई, मतलब बहुत ही ज्यादा बोल देते हैं. By the way, we are being joined by Arsenal fan in the house as well soon, so hopefully by the time he joins we'll have more people so that ज़्यादा comments है, ज़्यादा discussion, so again we can address a lot of questions about all the games absolutely. और हम discuss करने वाले even in terms of injury news, press conference जो हुआ है उसके बारे में, as well as तो थोड़ा बहुत FPL करेंगे, लेकिन mainly will be about all the games absolutely and predictions absolutely. Yes, वही है ओबामा ad. भाई I'm ready. क्या बोला उसने? I'm ready. I am blue. Then basically the thing is nothing personal. He kind of made the obvious, लेकिन honestly speaking it's just not Obama. और भी यार, I think there have been another ad, I think if I'm not wrong, एक preview हुआ है proper video निकाले वहां पर. I think all the Chelsea players are saying London is blue and all that, and Martinelli is saying blah blah and whatnot. That's something else altogether. Again, for copyright issues, maybe I cannot play it, I believe. According to reliable source, Jude Bellingham has said yes to Man City. Okay, fair enough. Again, off topic of football kicks. Nice to see you always. United Road, hello, कैसे हो भाई? Anshuman, nice to see you as always. Again, people do check out United Road, great. And yeah, FPS stream kal we'll try to do an FPS stream again. It's been a crazy kind of content kind of a month, lekin we'll try and fit in the FPS stream. Nahi to we can always take questions in between the stream as well. I'm going to end the stream at 8:30 by sab log. Again, do not forget to hit that like button by. Hopefully likes ऊपर हो जाए, because as soon as likes go up more people will join on. फिर मैं बात करना शुरू करूंगा. फिर क्या होता है ना, मैं बोलता हूँ इतना सारा चीज और फिर finally after at the end of the stream people come और बोलते हैं भाई चेल्सी के क्वेश्चंस बोलते हैं. मैं ऑलरेडी चेल्सी, आर्सेनल, लिवरपूल, स्पर्स डिस्कस कर हो चुका हूँ. फिर देखम that's the thing. I request everyone to kind of like, share and subscribe absolutely. United Road बोल रहे draw, let's go. Good for United यार, good for United होगा. Why didn't Broya play yesterday भाई? I don't know. ये एक this is the biggest doubt of the millennium यार. मैं बोलता हूँ भाई this is the biggest doubt. ये क्या है? Again, हो सकता है that maybe again मैं devil's advocate हो रहा हूँ. Maybe Potter को लग रहा होगा कि यार before an Arsenal game which is very crucial in the league for us and generally for Aubameyang as well, यार Aubameyang needs to be back in confidence and form. और to be very honest, उन्होंने एक शॉट मारा था, लेकिन again ब्रोया का इम्पैक्ट जैसा नहीं हुआ यार. मतलब that's honest, तो even I am surprised. ये पता नहीं यार क्या, मतलब he cannot catch a break bro, he cannot catch a break. Again, मैंने अभी भी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस सुना है for people who might have missed it, that अभी भी फाइनल स्कैन के रिपोर्ट्स नहीं आए हैं. तो अभी भी थोड़ा होप है, लेकिन द रियलिटी इज एज थिंग्स स्टैंड डेफिनेटली वर्ल्ड कप तो मिस करने वाला है। बियॉन्ड कितना लंबा होने वाला है देखते हैं, दैट इज व्हाट द क्वेश्चन इज। आई नो रिपोर्ट्स बोल रहे हैं कि 2-3 महीने कम से कम बाहर होंगे, इफ नॉट मोर, लेकिन अगेन आई वुड लाइक टू वेट, इसलिए मैंने नो अलग से वीडियो नहीं निकाला उसके लिए। आई डिड स्पीक अबाउट इट इन यस्टरडेज वीडियो। टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट पीपल, भाई एवरीवन, do not forget to hit the bell notification icon. Again, I request everyone watching who are subscribers of Almighty Blues FC as well as Almighty Sports Plus, भाई हम लोग बहुत सारा क्यूरेटेड कंटेंट ला रहे हैं। सो आप लोग अगर मुझे लाइव स्ट्रीम में सुनते हो, आप लोग मुझे दूसरे चैनल पे सुनते हो, आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट यू ऑल टू गिव मी अ चांस एंड लुक एट द शॉर्टर वीडियोस, ठीक है? तो क्योंकि मैं लिटरली रात भर जग के, नॉट जस्ट मी, एवरी कंटेंट क्रिएटर यू नो puts a lot of effort into it, so just take a look and then let us know the feedback absolutely whenever you get the time. A lot of videos are coming up, लेकिन not much views on the shorter videos is what I'm saying, right? कोई नहीं। रियल मैड्रिड राउंड, यार तुषार इट्स टू अर्ली, हम मंडे एनीवे आने वाले उसके लिए एंड विल बी डिस्कसिंग बिफोर दैट एज वेल, लेकिन कोई नहीं, टाइम रहा तो हम आएंगे ऑन दैट। थैंक फॉर कमिंग। थॉट्स ऑन स्टर्लिंग मिसेस, भाई फुटबॉल प्लीज, आई टेल यू व्हाट, मतलब द फैक्ट इज यस उसने मिस किया था, दो बढ़िया चांसेस था, एक तो वॉली था, चलो डिफिकल्ट था, एक और आई थिंक ही वाज बैक लीनिंग और इट हिट हिज यू नो एंकल एंड वेंट अप। वहां पर द मोमेंट इट टच द बॉल, हैवर्ट्स का जो क्रॉस था भाई, वो रियलाइज किए कि यार नहीं यार, ज़ाग्रेब के साथ आई शुड हैव स्कोर्ड दैट द मोमेंट इट टच्ड, वो मिस होने से पहले मतलब उसने अच्छा नहीं किया था इन टर्म्स ऑफ टेक्निक। लेकिन द पॉजिटिव मैं देखना चाहूंगा यार, एज अ चेल्सी टीम, हम जो स्टर्लिंग ने गोल किया, आप लोग बोलिए, इवन चेल्सी फैंस एंड न्यूट्रल्स, द गोल व्हिच ही स्कोर्ड, आई नो ज़ाग्रेब डिफेंडर कुड हैव डन बेटर, लेकिन that goal, for example, I don't see many Chelsea players scoring that goal. Simply put, Sterling is one of the few who can score that goal. So I would look at the positive. I know that ये मैं accept किया था whenever you know he comes, that जब ये आए थे तब I don't see that he is a long term solution in terms of you know getting your 25 goals a season. वो नहीं है. He is one of them for sure. लेकिन he brings a lot of experience. He brings trickery. Does he know his position? वो एक main question है अभी के लिए. तो वो हम बात करेंगे in next few minutes. Thoughts on Zakaria should be start against Arsenal. भाई चलो सब लोग आर्सेनल की बात करें. I know that we are waiting for the guest that is the Ashish Indian Gunnar in the house. लेकिन we'll talk about Arsenal's point of view when he comes. अभी Chelsea point of view थोड़ा बात कर लेते हैं यार. Yes, by the way, हम करने वाले obviously Liverpool और Spurs, which is away game I think for Liverpool, yes, and a lot more. लेकिन everyone by starting 11 की बात करते हैं. हाँ, प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस के अनुसार I don't think any fresh concerns है. Kepa 100% fit नहीं लग रहे from what I don't understand, so Kepa might not play. भाई Zakaria was good, लेकिन it was Zagreb, it was an inconsequential match at least for us. हाँ, he scored a goal, बहुत ही अच्छा लगा वो, especially someone who waits so long and gives it all on the pitch, वो अच्छा लगता है हमेशा. His debut यार, मतलब Zakaria को देना पड़ेगा, लेकिन मैंने अपने शॉर्टर वीडियो में भी बात किया उसके बारे में. The thing is, I don't think he comes across as an SCN kind of a player. When I say SCN, I'm not trying to say कि भाई SCN रोज रोज मिलता है. Prime SCN is what I'm talking about, ठीक है? वो एग्जाम्पल मैंने इसलिए दिया क्योंकि someone who actually takes the game by the scruff of the neck. अबे you cannot really compare even half to say a Declan Rice, right? So वहां पर नहीं है, तो is he a starter? Not really, सच में. And that's Chelsea standards for me, Pudin, as much as you know, I know he deserves it as well. To start, hey Jashwala, how are you? Nice to see you, Lucy as well, Ansh as well. चलो भाई सब लोग आएंगे वापस. We are coming to comments as we are covering the Chelsea Arsenal game and much more. Indian Gunnar is in the house. Ashish, bro, what's up? Long time no
Hi,
see.
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Just about if you, it would be better if you could be a bit louder, if it's possible to put on earphones or maybe increase the volume. Again, आप लोग बोलिए सब लोग chat में. Okay, now it's totally gone. Yeah, I think just about.
Is it
Yeah.
clear?
Yeah, it's better now. It's better now. I feel it's better now. Chat, please second me that. लेकिन आशीष भाई, मतलब इतने busy हो आशीष, nice to see you. People who do not know Indian a lot. Again, लोग बोलते हैं भाई आर्सेनल फैंस को लाओ, आर्सेनल फैंस को लाओ. भाई मैं तो हमेशा चाहता हूँ आशीष को लाना. आशीष बिजी है, क्या कर सकते हैं भाई, बड़े आदमी. लेकिन यार honestly, top of the table, bro. It pains me to say it. Top of the table. Are you like just enjoying like you know, भाड़ में जाए भाई Chelsea fans? How are you feeling?
No, actually, I actually respect Ankit. Actually, been busy for the last 4 months. I think I told you the reason as well.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying what it is, but I know I cannot take this for granted. जब मैं पिछली बार आपके पॉडकास्ट में आया था तो मेरी जिन लोगों से बात हुई थी, I told they were really criticizing me for Arsenal going in the market, getting Sambi for the midfield. What is happening? This and that. That's the time I came on your show. It was a great experience. So I think whatever is happening, I'm enjoying it. I know it's not a honeymoon period. There is something going on, but I know there is no squad depth, so I'm not expecting much. Top four is what I want.
यार यू नो व्हाट हम स्क्वाड के बारे में बात कर रहे थे अगेन मैं अभी चेल्सी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू बता ही रहा था एंड आई कम बैक टू दैट थैंक्स बाना फॉर कंफर्मिंग दैट अगेन पीपल भाई यहाँ पर क्विक शाउट आउट है नॉट ओनली टू ऑलमाइटी स्पोर्ट्स प्लस और ऑलमाइटी ब्लू से बी डिफॉल्ट लेकिन भाई बिग शाउट आउट टू इंडियन गूनर प्लीज प्लीज डू चेक आउट उनका चैनल भी एब्सोल्युटली स्मैश द लाइक बटन इट हेल्प्स एज वेल फॉर मोर पीपल है तो भाई बढ़िया है भाई ये मतलब इट इज फीलिंग लाइक आशीष लेट मी टेल यू दैट somewhere down the line ना और बहुत ही strange question पूछा गया Potter को in the press conference that basically Chelsea or have had that confidence with Arsenal maybe he just remember that one game जहाँ पर Lukaku मारे थे last season but actually Arsenal have had the better kind of say confidence compared to Chelsea in even like preseason में हम I think we played you guys won battered us then I think it was 4-2 in April correct so
Yes.
somewhere down the line and you are one of them. Yeah, I would agree that you are one of them in terms of basically the squad हम जो बात कर रहे थे that Arteta is building a squad slowly but steadily. Yes, you can say backups इतने सारे नहीं है compared to maybe the biggest of the clubs. I agree there. लेकिन somewhere down the line, don't you think that continuation, just the continuity, unlike a Chelsea, has actually helped you all?
One thing, there's a stat which says that if Arsenal don't play Thomas Partey, they either lose or draw the game. But whenever he plays, Arsenal have not lost this season. So you know that there are some key players in that midfield. There's Granit Xhaka, there's Partey. Gabriel Jesus does not score, but now assists more. Saka is there. Martinelli gets in. There are so many characters into the squad. But you know that I think personally, Ankit, I think if you want to win something, you need to have a squad. And I think the only place that we are secure right now is a fullback position. I think midfield we are paper thin. Strikers, wingers, no, we could not buy because you know the whole Rafinha story. Your club was involved in it as well. So we've sacrificed a lot. We are following a policy, and as long as it goes well, I think that will always come to haunt back to us. But for now, I think promising. I think Graham Potter also, since joining Chelsea, I've quite enjoyed his Champions League performance. So I'm enjoying it. I want him to succeed as well because he's someone who's come from the bottom, bro. I've seen him from the bottom and what he did with Brighton. I'm pretty much sure. The only thing that I really don't, the only thing that the way he wants to play, I think Chelsea are behind in the midfield.
Exactly. And we'll be talking about tactics and all that. यार आशीष क्विक रिक्वेस्ट आपको प्राइवेट चैट में भेजा यार कुछ तो पता नहीं आप लोग को सुन रहा है कि कुछ तो म्यूजिक सुन रहा है यार कोई गाना बजा रहा है क्या बैकग्राउंड में कोई बंद करे तो अच्छा है यार तो कॉपीराइट हो जाएगा yeah if you can just help me out there great again मैं comment देने वाला हूँ I'll come back to the tactics in the starting 11 etc Ankit bhai Mendy in goal what's happened to him he should have saved that Zagreb's goal your thoughts therein honestly speaking by Mendy मतलब देखिए मतलब I know that is Chelsea Football Club is Champions League level you have to be ready at any point in time लेकिन goalkeeper position compared to other position थोड़ा सा अलग है again the vibe that you get when you're actually starting is different than when you're in training. Other positions still you're kind of in the limelight when you're kind of running around. Goalkeeping, I think it's all about that. So I think that focus that Mendy is probably needing, and the confidence is going to be back, but only if he gets a few games. I won't judge right now, such Darren, and it's too harsh. Let's be honest. Like in the January itself, like maybe let's ask Ashish यहाँ पर. Ashish भाई Mendy जो है, like 7 months ago. Like he was like with what he did with his country, with Senegal, what he did, of course, and then before that as well, the Champions League, etc. He was right up there. I know that he's had a fair few mistakes, and probably with goalkeepers, you are probably one who kind of relate to that in the past. So Kepa versus Mendy as an opposition, what are you thinking? Like which goalkeeper would you prefer as an opposition?
As an opposition, I think I would not want a tough one, so I'd go for Mendy. Although Mendy is a great shot stopper, but I feel Mendy under pressure, distribution, that there's lots of issue. Kepa has been solid under Potter. I think that's what I saw, and that's why he's been picked by Potter as well. So I think as an opposition, I'd pick Mendy because I think it's easier to target, and we've won lots of games against Mendy on goal in Chelsea. So I think I'd go for Mendy, but if you want me to suggest a stronger one, I think Kepa has done brilliant.
Kepa has been brilliant. Yeah, I think you have to give it to him as much as you want. Like only crosses एक issue है. Again, अभी यार as per fitness, I don't think he's fit for this game anyway. So I don't think he's going to start. It's going to be Mendy absolutely. And yes, by the way यार जो भी यहाँ पर suggestions दे रहे और rather comments दे रहे as well as questions पूछ रहे about other clubs, other matches. Definitely हम आएंगे as much as time permits. मैं start कर रहा हूँ again. Big up by I can see Suryansh in the house. Bye Suryansh, nice to see you. Madrid Pandits को shout out absolutely. Then we see Dibyanshu in the house again. I may not give a shout out to everyone here. Ved in the house as well. Arsenal got not getting comfortable wins in Europa. What's your thought? Well, Ved, honestly, getting wins consistently, I think is the first. I don't know. Matlab, where are you on this? Was there enough rotation? I know FC Zurich ke saath you guys missed. I think was it Jesus who missed that chance? And let me talk about it for once. I know that your forwards have scored well this season compared to what we have done in the past. लेकिन am I wrong in saying आशीष कहीं ना कहीं that अगर वही मिस अगर डार्विन नूनेस का होता then अभी वायरल हो जाता वो? Am I wrong in saying that?
No, you're not wrong in saying that, because Jesus, the big reason why he's not in Man City still is because of those clear-cut chances, him not scoring. He's been a wasteful striker when he was at City. We are getting to see that as well. I know, but coming from Lacazette and Aubameyang after his contract signing, I'll take what Jesus is doing. So I don't have much complaints with that, because he's doing the system. He's a menace. अगर वो goal नहीं भी मार रहा है, he's assisting. He's got, I think, 6 assists or something like that. He's doing it. At least in that sort of a thing, we know that there is someone. Plus, off the pitch, he's a different character. So for me, I think it's not just a small thing. I think it's a complete package what Gabriel is actually bringing in. He's a winner. He's won the Premier League, so he'll bring that mentality as well. His bonding with the squad has been fantastic. Plus, we have a core of Brazilian players now, so it's working. Some or the other way. If I see Gabriel Jesus in the future, we us buying another striker, there'll be a different kind of partnership. But for now, I'm happy with what I'm seeing. But yes, if Darwin Nunez, you can say whatever you want about Nunez. He still has a lot of goals this season, even though I don't know what he does at the pitch. I don't know.
मतलब वो improve तो हो रहा है, लेकिन talking about strikers ना, मतलब interesting है that we are talking about Gabriel Jesus and I know we are coming back to Chelsea and other teams, लेकिन connecting it with the Spurs in a strange way भाई, मतलब आशीष यहाँ पर Richarlison, I know injury, I don't think it's a long term injury, लेकिन where are you like as an Arsenal fan? I'm pretty sure you would take Arsenal side यहाँ पर, लेकिन Gabriel Jesus I think recently Richarlison शुरू करे ब्राजील के लिए World Cup में, right, with the World Cup looming. So, what is your thought as a neutral, as a content creator, and as an Arsenal fan? What do you think, Gabriel Jesus in the Brazil team versus Richarlison in the Brazil team?
The thing is that Richarlison actually अच्छा dynamism लेके आता टीम में, but उसने कभी ज़्यादा गोल स्कोर नहीं किए हैं अपने टीम के लिए, एवर्टन के लिए उसने नहीं किया है. So if I am bringing Richarlison in the team, I am only bringing him so that he could be a menace and he could support my system. And he could support my main striker. So him going to Spurs made a lot of sense. Personally, I know that he has not scored a lot of goals. So when Erling Haaland comes to the Premier League, I know that this guy really is going to, score more amount of goals and he's going to set a record. Darwin Nunez, I'm curious only because of the price tag, because I don't think so he deserved that price tag. That's the only reason why usko criticize ज़्यादा किया जाता है, because of the price tag. Same thing happened with Nicolas Pepe. People are considering him a flop. He's got decent number of goals, but what he did at Lille, that is not
nowhere close. Exactly. वो Richarlison भी to some extent होगा यार. Eventually goals count. लेकिन again, Gabriel Jesus, I think this can be his first season जहाँ पर he'll get closer to 20 goals, because even he has not got enough goals, but वही इतना he was always there or thereabouts. मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि यार he was missing totally. मानव बोल रहे Jesus off the ball is a beast. Brilliant press along with Odegaard. He's the best pressing striker. Also he can drop, so Saka and Martinelli can run in behind, so makes the system fluid. Yeah, absolutely there. लेकिन यहाँ पर talking about system, let me actually show. मतलब again, मेरे लिए this is the biggest USP of Arsenal, एक consistency. Like I can close my eyes and say कि कौन शुरू करने वाला है, लेकिन आशीष आप मुझे करेक्ट करोगे. Again for Chelsea fans, knowing the opposition is important as well as FPL managers. तो यहाँ पर I believe that Tomiyasu might have got a knock yesterday.
Yes.
Tomiyasu has a knock.
Yes.
So
he has knock, but that was precautionary. That's why he
So
was
I
taken off.
think based on that, I know injuries no one wants, but somewhere down the line I feel Tierney का हमेशा performance निकल के आता है चेल्सी के साथ. आप देखो, there is a history to it, and I don't like that, to be very honest. And
There
Ben
is
White, man, as a fullback, I must say that I'm very very surprised, but again solid है. Saliba, he was always underrated, I felt, but I think that midfield, bro, as in Xhaka. क्या क्या खिला रहा है यार आर्टेटा, बोल दो, मतलब what is that Xhaka is getting for dinner and lunch at Arsenal, that that is Granit Xhaka we're talking about, and we used to say that you guys kind of missed Kante and got Xhaka. Abhi hamara Kante, I know he's still better, but he's hardly playing, and Xhaka is like there or thereabouts literally every second yaar, matlab, would you argue that he is probably, along with Martinelli, the player of the season as of now for Arsenal?
Yes, and the reformation, the renaissance actually is really refreshing because I think अगर आपने देखा होगा सिटी में involvement of Ilkay Gundogan. You know what he does, like so attacking patterns में घुस जाएगा, runs करेगा, link up करेगा, but वो बैठा नहीं रहेगा एक जगह पे, हर जगह घूमता रहेगा. Granit Xhaka this season the role has been too much attacking and getting inside the box a lot. Imagine him having the number of goals this season that which he had in the combined the last 3 seasons जितने उसने गोल किए थे, उतना तो उसने already इस season में already कर दिया है. तो his involvement has been more, and it's more of off the pitch as well because जैसे he was the captain under Unai Emery, armband फेंक दिया था, it was a big controversy, and from that to come back and being part of a 5-man captaincy group, it had to be. And even now, like recently when he said that he has to win trophies and with Arsenal, he doesn't want to leave before that. So yes, I think his role has been changed. Same as to Fede Valverde for Real Madrid as well. If you can see what he's doing, Ancelotti said, "Bhai, 10 goal to tumhe lagane hi lagane hain," and that's the target, and he's already reached that level. So you know that the only thing missing from great midfielders right now in the modern day of football is the number of goals. So I think Granit Xhaka is providing that. I'd want him to give more because he's been a fantastic player for Switzerland.
Yeah, bilkul. Again, football creeks, being a City fan, I always knew Jesus had a tremendous start, but he can't cope up with that start. That's the same thing at City. During finishing of his City career, he got that form back. Okay, fair enough. In Zinchenko, I believe he was back in the squad, but I doubt if he'll start. Right?
He took part in the last 2 training sessions before the Zurich game. So he was not.
ऐसे भी Tierney, I think Tierney did as in good performance. I don't see Tierney kind of being drawn again. भाई Chelsea है, Darren भाई आप जानते हो being a Chelsea fan, Darren, that what Tierney does against Chelsea for whatever reason. यहाँ पर वेद बोल रहे वॉइस, भाई सब लोग जो भी चैट में सब लोग एक तो बता दीजिए यार वॉइस रिपीट हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है. I believe sometimes internet issues might be there. मेरे लिए तो नहीं हो रहा है. That's what my feedback is, but अगर आपका feedback मुझे बढ़िया रहेगा, it's a live session, right? Or yes, for people watching, everyone, again, please, I request everyone to like and share the stream. We'll have more people. Again, this is probably for me the fixture of basically the Premier League before the World Cup. Simply put, okay? So everyone, let's hit that like button. Let's have more people. We'll have more discussions. Yes, we are discussing tactics as well. Chelsea ka point of view, we are coming back. So don't worry about that. Kepa won't play before the World Cup. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think has been confirmed almost, right? Good evening to Nathan as well. Good evening to TCSBB. But coming to Chelsea's lineup again, यहाँ पर again going by midweek में Zagreb था. Again, it pains me to say it, but honestly, I was like shocked that Potter actually played Chilwell for 90 minutes. He actually played Chilwell for 90 minutes. Or Kukurea, I know that he's been on and off in terms of form. I thought यार वो bench पर था तो why not use him a little bit more, but again that is Potter's choice, not mine. And for once, I don't know, Ashish and everyone in the house, भले आप लोग जानते हो मुझे तो I have always said कि Potter आ गए अभी तो 4 in the back हमें खेलना चाहिए. But going by the what do you say, the form, the fitness, and of course the lack of fitness rather. And I know Koulibaly is not 100% fit. He's not 100% confident 3 the back में. लेकिन it's almost like a negative formation. I'm going, yes, it's a Stamford Bridge. फिर भी मैं जा रहा हूँ with 2 kind of defensive-minded fullbacks, rather wing-backs in Kukurea and Azpilicueta, with Koulibaly, Silva and Chalobah. But positive being that यहाँ पर Jorginho actually has been the positive element. यार ये अच्छा लगा है काफी. He's getting those through passes through the midfield as in straight line in between the lines. Or Kovacic, obviously, you all know that I kind of love Kovacic absolutely. Lekin I am dropping Mount for this one. Sorry, Havertz for this one, and getting Mount, to kind of continue with what he did in midweek. But Sterling, bro, Sterling. I'll take a neutral point of view यहाँ पर, or rather opposition यार. Ashish, Sterling man का यहाँ पर एक comment आया था early on that Sterling misses a lot of chances. Agreed. But the kind of goal if you saw in midweek what he scored, would you have anticipated anyone else scoring? And I'll come to Aubameyang next. Like, what is your kind of thing on Sterling? Like, first of all, he doesn't know what his position is under Potter. Like, but where do you rate him?
Top tier. For me, he's really good. But the that Champions League miss against Olympique Lyon when he was at City. There are so many close ranges that he's missed as well. There's a big reason why they are not still at City, and that's because of them being super clinical in majority of their situations. I think he's a fantastic player. There's no doubt about it, and he can score some bangers. I've seen him score already for Chelsea. He's like, if you give him space, he'll kill you. He'll definitely kill you. But there'll be at times that he's got ample of space and he has killed himself. So there is that unpredictability factor, which is quite consistent in their careers in recent years. But I think for now, he's way better than Captain America. So
I have to go with that. I like Captain America in a different position though. Like, again, I don't think what he's done on and off the pitch is also something that he can hold his head with pride. So I have to agree with you. लेकिन दरेन यहाँ पर बोल रहे भाई अंकित भाई Havertz has to play. He has been killing it since you have done magic on him. भाई मैंने कोई magic नहीं किया. In fact, he has done magic to me, man. As in he gave me a moment of my life, man. Havertz meeting me, that was a big deal. But again, the fact is, yeah, Havertz, I have to agree, Derain, that काफी अच्छा कर रहे हैं. Again, midweek में I think जो creativity लग रही है, Sterling should have, like हमने बात किया already, he should have scored 2 or 3 goals in that game. But again, Havertz is one. Mount, लेकिन वही, I have gone for that extra defender Derain यहाँ पर. The reason being that we are talking about table toppers, and it pains me to say it. मैं यहाँ table दिखाने वाला था, मैं बोला क्या ही तो दिखाओ यार, मतलब. Bro, it's like crazy, man. I can't even believe it. 10 points. 10 points is the difference. But I think I probably, to be very honest, as a neutral, I have to show it once. And I think probably Arsenal deserve it as well. Everyone in the house, भाई, क्या लगता है मैं इस weekend में क्या होगा result? Let me know your predictions. And again, in terms of injuries, yes, Fofana is still a long-term injury. Chilwell we already spoke about. Reece James obviously is out. Kante भी out है और Kepa out है. So we have 5 injuries. Arsenal have just 1 from what it seems like as things stand. लेकिन I think it's not about injuries. यहाँ पर it's more about the form जो आपको दिख रहा है screen पर. I think it's about the formation also. Like to some extent, हमारे players बहुत ही confused है, especially after what happened in Brighton. I think we have to come back stronger. Plus, Arsenal have a number over us, and again, it pays me to say it. Plus that difference in the table, bro. It's like huge. Okay, Manav बोल रहे हैं, I feel Potter will go 4-4-2 diamond to increase number in mid. हाँ, actually that was one of the reasons जिसके लिए मैं गया हूँ 3-5-2 Manav. So I thought Mason Mount does that a little bit better than Havertz. That's why I've gone in Mason Mount so that he can kind of drop there and kind of get those tackles in and it's a London derby, and Mason Mount better than no one else, right? I'm pretty sure Partey or Xhaka के साथ में Mason Mount is required, in my opinion. I don't think Jorginho, Kovacic will do the job. लेकिन हाँ, maybe that might be an option, Manav, with कुकुरिया यार. मतलब आशीष, आपने भी कुकुरिया को देखा है काफी ब्राइटन में. As in, again, he has not looked that part in Chelsea. First 2-3 games काफी अच्छे थे यार, लेकिन क्या लगता है, मतलब he's a kind of guy who's better as a full back, is what you would say, or a wing back or a left center back. He can play in 3 positions, right?
I think as a full back is good, because I think for Brighton he's done when we used to play against Brighton, he has been fantastic against Martinelli. He's been really good. He defends really well, doesn't give you space. He keeps breathing under your neck and is that close, but still, doesn't draw the foul, and still, he's great. He's great in closing down a lot. But you know that Arsenal's most of the attacks has come from the wings this season. मेरे हिसाब से, yes, I think Kukurea would be a very, very, like, to have a safe first half. I think Kukurea would be really good.
Yeah. By the way, again, I request everyone to like the stream and get to know people, because yes, I am going to be discussing with Ashish as well all the other games. But Ashish is one of content creator who knows end to end of English football as well, and of course हम discuss करेंगे all the games as much as possible. So let's have in more people in, and yes, यहाँ पर बड़ा चीज हमने discuss नहीं करा यार आशीष अभी तक. Aubameyang, man. Aubameyang versus Arteta, the main thing. Actually, that is the main. ये main battle तो यही है यार. मतलब I understand table toppers Arsenal versus sixth place Chelsea, which is not good to hear. I can understand all those things and London Derby, but I think somewhere down the line, Aubameyang coming out and doing a video about it, it tells me there's still something pending. Yeah.
I think it will always be pending, because for Aubameyang coming to Arsenal, being the captain, I think he got a lot of respect from his Dortmund days. And in Dortmund actually he was a maverick. I think वो एकदम free spirited था. To force his move to Arsenal, he skipped trainings and everything. So he knew that where he's going, and he's respected that. But after that contract signing, I think things didn't work out. Like आप देख सकते हो Salah in the Premier League and Salah in the Champions League. Post the contract signing, it's not the same. It's not the same Mohamed Salah this season in the Premier League. So
I mean, it took as a considerable amount of time. He wasn't like fluent, or it gets in your head basically.
Correct. So that is there. So I think yes, if chance given, I think Aubameyang needs also like जैसा मैंने नोटिस किया है उसके लास्ट आर्सेनल डेज में थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस लो था, और फिनिशिंग में मतलब he took time. And in at least in the Premier League, if you with microseconds अगर आपके वो छूट गए, finishing तो दूर की बात है, आपको कोई चांस नहीं देगा. You'll get closed down very easily. So I think that confidence level plus what was going on off the field, that did not work, and that was the issue. But let's see.
Well, I don't know what celebration he'll do. He's probably going to be doing a flip again, but I'm just hoping. To be very honest, सच में बोलो तो I don't care about it. Yes, I want my strikers to do well. No two ways about it. Especially number 9. ठीक है. But reality ये है कि यार it's about Arsenal here, and I think somewhere down the line वो एक again Arsenal के साथ Arsenal getting a better of us over a period of time, वो बहुत समय से हुआ नहीं था. मतलब I would like to say, Ashish, I'm pretty sure आपने भी देखा होगा, like John Terry has gone on record that when I think one of the few people who actually kind of scared him, and it's John Terry we're talking about, was actually Thierry Henry, right? And he's actually gone on record on saying that. And that was the time मुझे याद है when Wayne Bridge scored that goal. Everyone would remember that invincible Arsenal when he kind of got that in the Champions League, and that was a change for Chelsea versus Arsenal. Up till then, it was Arsenal used to dominate, and then after that, obviously Mourinho getting better over Wenger. It was the other way around altogether. So now, इसलिए मुझे लगता है it's a larger picture, which is also important. लेकिन which is your best London derby यार? मैं मतलब as in obviously in Chelsea Arsenal is what I'm talking about. Which is your match? मतलब एक match आपको याद है? Everyone in the chat भी बताइए कि like what a match, bro. As in what is the match that you would like to remember that okay, this was the best Chelsea Arsenal game?
I think अगर in recent times, actually, I think was it last season where there was this record where we have not beaten Chelsea at the Bridge, and that was for very long time. I think there was a long-standing record, I think, which we broke.
Yeah, I think the 4-2 game is what you're talking about. लेकिन honestly, मतलब there have been again. मैं तो बोलना चाहूँगा भाई Arsene Wenger's 1000 game. I know I shouldn't be saying it, but I thought that was a memory. And by the way, ironically, Salah scored in that game. If you remember,
I think what I would say is FA Cup final.
Oh, pains me.
Under Antonio Conte.
Okay, हाँ वहाँ पर Sanchez and Ozil actually turned up. Yes. Fair enough. And again, Ramsey scored exactly. Ramsey scored, but I think वही है. But even in cup games, we haven't got the better of you, यार. In recent time, it pains me to say. लेकिन मेरे लिए एक और मतलब as a neutral, if I'm being very honest now, as a content creator, मैं बोल रहा हूँ अभी, not wearing my Chelsea hat. I think the game जो याद आता है ना मुझे Arsenal Chelsea और Chelsea Arsenal was 2-2 यार. 2-2 जहाँ पर Michael Essien scored that curler, as in it was a comeback by Chelsea. I know it was just a draw, लेकिन वही है, just like Wayne Bridge scoring to some extent in the league हमने नहीं किया करा था. That was a change in the league कि भाई we can actually match you. I think if I'm not wrong, Ido Gudjonsen scored, and I think Thierry Henry scored obviously because he used to score almost in every Chelsea game. Yeah, but anyway, and yes, people भाई again it pains me to say भाई 50 लाइक नहीं हुए, थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा दबाइए, एक बटन लगता है all it takes is 1 second. So hit that like button, yeah, everyone. It doesn't take a buck, it doesn't take a second even, right? So hit that like button. The target for the stream is actually 150 likes. So let's get to 150 likes. I'm pretty sure there will be at least 4 times that number of people watching it. तो भाई सब लोग like कर दीजिए. और again shout out जाता है to Indian Gunner. Do check out his channel as well, absolutely. And of course our other channel because of crazy content going on in the World Cups, absolutely, right? Yes, I know. आज मैंने प्रॉमिस किया था एक वर्ल्ड कप वीडियो आएगा. आई एम वर्किंग ऑन इट. होपफुली रात को आएगा या कल सुबह आई विल बी रिलीजिंग. सो डोंट फॉरगेट दैट, एब्सोल्युटली. ओके, यहाँ पर रिमेंबर व्हेन वी वर एट वर्स 15-16 आर्सेनल वर डूइंग वेरी गुड, वी डिड अ डबल ओवर देम. या डेरेन वांट्स टू रिमेंबर द पॉजिटिव एस्पेक्ट and which is absolutely what Potter should be doing. Potter को पूछा गया ना, he was like, no, we haven't done well against them. I hope he's not saying that to Chelsea players. We need all the positivity of Darren to the Chelsea players. Okay, it's funny. Oba has always been difference maker in Arsenal versus Chelsea lately, but he's now on the blue side. It is funny, and that is football. That is football, यार. हम स्टर्लिंग की बात कर रहे थे. Sterling, bro, Liverpool, Chelsea. I remember how I used to, behave or rather say about what things I used to say about Sterling. I remember those days like it was yesterday. So again, it doesn't take anyone to say that. Again, Fabregas is an example. Ashley Cole is an example. Things change, bro. Things change. वो football है. लेकिन prediction time यार. आपका क्या prediction, आशीष?
At the bridge, I'm pretty much sure Chelsea with under Graham Potter they'll keep on attacking. So 3-1 Arsenal.
Oh my God. मुझे लगता है we might be a little bit circumspect. I know that big games I would like to get the win, लेकिन I think ये like a Manchester United, I think someone in the chat already said, I think in Manav it was, that we might be a little bit more circumspect, and I feel that it might be more defensive. I can see a draw again, and as much as I hate to say it, we need a win badly. And Arsenal, I don't know, will a draw be enough? Because Man City have an easier game this weekend. So Man City, I think technically, yeah, they're on 29 points, but and better goal difference. So they might. My prediction is Man City might go to the top of the table, but again, it's close. Saka is fit, I believe, right?
Yes.
He's fit. I've not seen any major reports वहाँ पर, so I don't think वो एक scare था बस, नीरज. I don't think beyond that था. I think he's fine. 2-2 draw with Xhaka with the red card. Oh my God, it's been a long time coming, bro. लेकिन ये season लग नहीं रहा football के. Again, he's a neutral football के, not Chelsea fan. आशीष अगर सोचे तो 2-1 to Chelsea. Of the Chelsea. Just while I did see your question about why Sterling on the rightish side of the forward line. It's basically a fluid role. I don't think it's that. And also Aubameyang, I think Ashish might second that. Aubameyang naturally, I think, prefers to run the left channel, right?
Yes.
So I think I would rather have that because Sterling can do both the things better, in my opinion. 1-1, a very scrappy draw, similar to Chelsea. Will I take that? Probably not. But I don't think I have a choice. I have to accept it right now because confidence नहीं आ रही है अंदर से. आपको लग रहा है कि मेरे अंदर से confidence आ रही है जो आशीष के अंदर आ रही है? No, not really. लेकिन होता है. Things change. Hopefully football हमें सिखाता बहुत चीज. Hopefully we'll get the better of them. 1-1, 3-0 Chelsea. Be positive. Yeah. By the way, yaar, it was so pathetic. Yeah, this is something as CFC Blues. Again, we speak about this every third game. I know that this is not something which used to happen at least at the shed end, but honestly, I think the reality is वो वाला जो game था ना, it was more about, it was not a consequential match really. It's about moments वहाँ पर. So that match I will not judge as much. लेकिन I know if you're a fan, if you're going to the stadium, you better cheer is what your expectation is. Again, वो लोग भी बोलेंगे team has to play. So it's a bit of both. But again, we'll come back to that in the watch along. Absolutely. Thanks for joining CFC Blues. We are playing Fulham. Yeah, Man City. Yeah, Man City, Fulham. Yeah, I can expect a drubbing वहाँ पर. My Man City against teams. I know Fulham has been doing really well. Lekin I think they got a 6-0 and a 4-0 against the two promoted sides this year already. Or I think at home they have a crazy record, bro. 14 consecutive wins or something like that at home. और वहाँ पर every game except for one they have scored 3 goals. So I think and Haaland is back. Looks like it from things. I know you confirm नहीं किया पेप ने. So I think वहाँ पर तो क्या ही तो prediction करे यार. But let's move on to the next game. Ashish, again, it is important in the larger scheme of things because of the top 4 race. But Ashish, honestly, बोलिए, मतलब I know the form has been great, but what is your expectation? Like, at what position will Arsenal finish that you are like, okay, I'm satisfied or not satisfied? What are your expectations this season?
My expectation is simple: top 4. That's all I expect because I know I can't be over the. Of course, if we win the league, I'm just saying it being far fetched. If we win the league, of course I'll be happy. मैं मतलब ये नहीं बोलूँगा कि रे यार क्या जीत गए. ऐसा तो मैं बिल्कुल नहीं बोलने वाला. But एक definitely बोलना चाहता हूँ कि my expectation for this season is top 4 because we missed out on it at the last moment in the last 2 to 3 games last season. But for them we जितना हमने actually invest किया है squad में उसका double करना चाहिए था because of a different European competition. And I think the way we've played in the Europa League in the last 3 games and the lineup, we know that we don't have a second team. So we know that once the round of 16 starts, we need to be more competitive, and तब injuries वगैरह आने के chances ज़्यादा हैं, तो तब बहुत ही difficult हो जाएगा हमारे लिए league में. So I understand where we are right now. So my expectation, realistic top 4.
Okay, fair enough. And again, playing low ball, Ashish. भाई ये voice वाला ना, I think if I'm not wrong, Ashish आप शायद speaker लगा रखे हो ना, if I'm not wrong. तो क्या होता है ना, echo होके I think it kind of feedback आ रहा है. So what I would request is if you can reduce your volume, Ashish, as in not the input, the output of your system, so that echo नहीं हो, बस कोई नहीं. Thanks CSC Blues for bringing it up. Again, कुछ भी feedback होता है यार, please let me know in the chat. Prediction Arsenal 4-1. हाँ, मैंने देखा था नीरज आपका. Oh my God, FPL managers भाई मार्टिनेली के लिए तो बहुत खुश है इस बार. I know that that's a fact. लेकिन again, let's not go there अभी के लिए. And yes, we face City in Carabao Cup next. हाँ, ये भी एक पॉइंट है गौरव का बढ़िया, that Arsenal are coming off like a Nottingham Forest and FC Zurich के साथ victories. Our form has been terrible, right? In terms of basically the league at least. Now, next match itself, we are having Man City. Then we have, of course, Newcastle. लेकिन to some extent ये भी थोड़ा advantage नहीं है गौरव कि यार हम actually Wednesday को खेले. I know both played at home. We played on Wednesday. Arsenal played on Thursday. So I think थोड़ा सा I believe that it's a slight advantage to Chelsea, if at all any advantage आप देना चाहोगे. But again, moving on, Spurs versus Liverpool, bro. Again, Ashish, again, your main rival. Pretty sure you'll accept that it probably North London Derby is something else, right? In terms of the atmosphere. But Spurs, man, मतलब Antonio Conte, I know, again, being an Antonio Conte fan back in the day because he was a Chelsea manager. मतलब I know that he gets you results. I understand that totally. लेकिन how are they getting week in week out? यार कुछ तो गड़बड़े वाला चीज है. मतलब क्या कर रहा है भाई? हर एक मैच में लास्ट मिनट में गोल्स आ रहे, कमबैक्स कर रहे. It is so unlike Spurs, bro. So are you seeing that Spurs even against Liverpool last season? I think they got 2 draws. So are you seeing that with Liverpool being not so consistent, this can be actually Spurs night?
As much as I'm an Arsenal fan, I know that I should not be backing a Tottenham win, but I want to see the downfall of Liverpool because, of course, them not being reinvesting and trying to behave as a big club, but still there are lots of things that requires in modern football for a big club to behave. So I think,
Ashish proper boarding there. Behave. I won't go with that. As in, honestly, मैं तो बोला मेरी तो opposition है. Yeah, please go ahead.
Right. So I am looking for the best thing that I would look out for is a draw, but a Liverpool loss is what I want, which is what I'm looking at. And you spoke about Antonio Conte grinding results. That is something Tottenham is not known for ever. Correct. Like the big teams, that's the point. See, that's the belief that he has to bring in. Antonio Conte last time around said that Tottenham, they're not at all. They're nowhere that they were. So if he's managing a team, Tottenham is the last team that he should go to because that is a team that gives up right away. And and it's a 2-man team, Kane and so on. That's it. That's what it's all about. Like if you break that chain, it is tough. So
and it is broken, no? Because Son, if I'm not wrong, he's having a facial surgery to be done. So again, to be confirmed कि कितना देर बाहर है, लेकिन pretty sure he'll be out for at least this month. Looks like it.
Yes,
I think वहाँ पर Kulusevski is missing. We already spoke about Richarlison possibly missing. तो इस मैच में I know Brian Hill काफी अच्छे लगे. And I know Lucas Moura. I always felt that Lucas Moura does not get enough charge of what he deserves. I felt that he's done decently as a Spurs player. Again, I don't care really about Spurs. लेकिन reality ये कि as a neutral, as a content creator, if I'm thinking, I think Lucas Moura actually brings more to Spurs than what he actually has been given chances. So I think somewhere down the line, it can be a blessing in disguise against the Liverpool side who like to, have a width kind of a play, right? वहाँ पर they have overlapping Harvey Elliott, etc. for example. So वहाँ पर I strangely feel it might help that you have a Brian Hill, a Lucas Moura versus, say a 2 forward, 2 strikers kind of play. So I'm saying that यहाँ पर और एक और चीज यहाँ everyone watching as well. Interesting part क्या आशीष, Spurs they actually wait for the other team to score और फिर second half FC जो last season Manchester United बोल रहे थे वो Spurs है इस बार, ठीक है. Liverpool, on the other hand, they have been conceding first goals for fun. So this, I don't know, is it going to be a stalemate? Or each waiting for the other team to score? I don't know, man. By the way, Liverpool have looked better in Champions League compared to Spurs, despite Spurs' victory, I must say. But I don't know, where do you think the game being won or lost is Spurs versus Liverpool, Ashish?
The biggest problem for Liverpool this season has been a disaster class in the midfield, and Tottenham have caught Liverpool off guard in a transition. The question is that do Tottenham have the players to execute that perfectly? That's one thing. Second thing is do Liverpool, that like to withstand that, does the midfield have it enough? That's the story. But it's a battle of the moaners. Both the managers just moan about the injuries. They moan about a lot of things. Even the weather, wind, water, whatever, any element of nature is blamed just so that they can keep their job. So my personal thing is that भाई कुछ
Why
भी हो
wet and
जाए,
dry, huh?
हाँ, हवा
नहीं नहीं
गर्म हो गया.
ऑनेस्टली लेकिन कॉन्टे का अलग है. कॉन्टे का मैं आई वुड नॉट कॉल हिम अ मोनर. व्हाट आई वुड कॉल हिम इज ही इज समवन हु plays down his chances. जैसे अभी आशीष ही बोल रहे थे ना that I'll be happy with the top 4 even despite the kind of start. Conte is one of those managers who kind of sets his expectations low. क्योंकि यार उसको पता है कि यार अगर मेरा क्लब और मेरा मीडिया ऐसे सोचेगा then I'll be under pressure. So even in Chelsea days he was always the same. Like Mourinho in the first season, comeback season, आपको याद है we are the little horse वाला चीज ना. Conte हर season वही बोलता है we are the little horse. मतलब other day he was asked about Manchester United. He was like हंस दिया भाई आप बोल रहे हो मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड के हाउ कैन यू इवन कंपेयर मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड एंड स्पर्स. आई वुड आर्ग्यू दैट स्पर्स हैव एक्चुअली हैड द रिसोर्सेज और मे बी the stadium etc to actually do better than Manchester United at least in the last 4-5 seasons. सच में बोलो तो क्योंकि Manchester United were themselves in a big transition. So I know दोनों ही क्लब स्पेंड किए, ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं किया है किसी ने, लेकिन I know that वहाँ डैनियल लेवी है तो मे बी एक मौका मिल जाता उसको बोलने के लिए that by Konate is big boost for Liverpool defense. Yes, Hari, do not spam, but please do not spam. I'm not taking this because आपने spam किया है, आपने एक right comment डाला है इसलिए मैंने किया. ठीक है, generally I don't highlight comments if they're spammed. Just while I was saying I have a feeling Spurs will win. हाँ, by the way, मानव आपका comment मैंने देखा था पहले. This is going to be at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's not at Liverpool. हाँ मुझे I think left side मुझे डालना था Harry Kane को. Maybe that's why you're confused. It is definitely at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's not at Anfield. So it's going to be interesting. And that's what makes it interesting for me. Again, going by the table, I believe that well, Liverpool really need a victory. Yeah, really need a victory. It's almost a must win मेरे लिए. मतलब if I was a Liverpool fan, that is. मतलब Liverpool are not there in the table यार. मुझे तो नहीं दिख रहे. एक second. Sorry यार, Liverpool fans. But I'm not sure you know that. Anyway. Oh my God, किधर है? 9th है यार, 9th है, चलो मिल गया, 9th है. But हाँ, not very far off in terms of points compared to maybe Chelsea, you can say that, right? So ऐसा नहीं है कि यार they're like very far behind, लेकिन we know it's Premier League, right? And Kulusevski, yeah, he might be back in the squad, Harshit, but what I meant is he's not fit to basically start, going by what Conte's reaction has been. And again, I know that doesn't have World Cup, maybe his wrist, but I feel they may not. I think Brian Hill has done decently. Perisic can play up top. Yeah, that's a good point by Harshit. Lekin, I think Perisic, considering Son is not there, I think he'll probably play wing back itself, right? As in, I think that's delivery that is needed from that. Because I think Conte plays wings very much, right, Ashish? I think for him, wings is where he wants to win or lose games, right? So
This is the first time I've seen Perisic defend for a team when he's playing for Spurs. And I'm seeing.
Maybe he was forced to defend to some extent.
I saw him. He ran back and he tackled and he said, "Yes, it can happen only in Tottenham." And the man was playing at Bayern Munich,
fan for you.
won Champions League and did that.
Yeah, but Neeraj बोल रहे वही है. He'll set up defensively. Like Neeraj, until when will it continue, bro? As in, मैं Spurs fans से बात करो, while they're happy with the results, they're nowhere close to happy when it comes to the performances. Again, देखते हैं, मतलब I know that it's Spurs, things might change for them for the bad, but let's see. Ben Davis and Eric Dyer aren't a big six level team. Yeah, agreed there. Again, they are investing slowly but steadily. देखते हैं क्या है. No problem, Manav. I wonder what would Klopp have said to that Gerrard slip against Chelsea in an interview. Nice one, man. By Football Freaks, by comment of the day. मैं हमेशा करता हूँ आशीष comment of the day. This has to be the comment of the day for me. And मतलब वही है, पानी I don't know, पानी ज़्यादा गिरा दिया, whatever you might say.
अरे भाई ने हवा को ब्लेम किया यार. वो कुछ भी कर सकता है.
Oh my God, this is a good stream. Anyway, United this weekend has a great chance to reach top four and cement the position before the World Cup break. Yeah, as in we just saw the table. Yeah, Divyanshu, you have a point. Again, United won last night. Lekin, I don't think that is enough. I think they are in the round of 32. Sorry, they will be playing a playoff right before actually going to that. So that's going to be interesting for United. Despite that win, that's going to be interesting. या ऋषभ आई सेकंड यू ब्रो डेफिनेटली भाई मैं वही मेरा बॉडी लैंग्वेज आप देखो आप मिस क्यों शुरू पास स्ट्रीम का आशीष विल टेल यू दैट व्हाट अंकित वाज लास्ट टाइम वर्सेस आशीष एंड दिस टाइम वर्सेस आशीष इज डिफरेंट द टोन इज डिफरेंट आशीष वुड यू एग्री प्रीटी मच श्योर बट कोई नहीं करना पड़ता है ड्राई ग्रास इज द बेस्ट ऑफ ऑल एब्सोल्युटली सीपीजी चलो कोई नहीं एवरीवन Spurs Liverpool again I am calling it I know they got 2 draws after a lot of bad results against Liverpool I must say मुझे लगता है ना आई नो एवरी वीक आई एम सेइंग दैट कहीं ना कहीं टॉटनहम बहुत ज्यादा डिफेंसिव खेल रही है प्लस नाउ दे आर नॉट हैविंग सॉन जिन्होंने एक्चुअली मेन क्रिएट किए थे चांसेस लास्ट सीजन के मैचेस में अगेंस्ट लिवरपूल सो आई फील दैट लिवरपूल यस इट्स एन अवे गेम फॉर देम लेकिन आई फील लिवरपूल माइट नीड दे नीड द 3 points मोर एंड आई थिंक दे विल गेट द 3 points as much as Javi Nunes come karte troll as well as opposition, the reality is he has gotten better and better. And I have to agree there. You know, I cannot say lies. Salah again is scoring goals. So I think as a Liverpool fan, agar aap ho to bhai, you will be happy with that. And again, a lot of positive when it comes to defense with I think Konate coming back. So I'm going with a Liverpool victory at Spurs. Maybe I'll go with a 2-0. Chalo bhai, convincing victory for Liverpool. What are you going for, Ashish?
I think it is going to be 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Okay. Actually, that does it favor? It favors Arsenal for sure. हमको तो चाहिए Spurs हारे यार सच में. मतलब I am aiming as much as Ashish बोल रहे top 4 aim कर रहे हैं. For me realistic aim is top 4. Ashish is probably top 2 still I would say. वो बोल ही रहा है लेकिन कोई नहीं. Ashish, Arsenal has always been a bogey team for Chelsea in the top 6 teams. In last few seasons they have had good results against Chelsea. Exactly. जैसे मैंने शुरुआत में बोला था नीरज यू पुट इट समड इट रियली वेल इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ दैट हैज टू बी चेंज समवेयर डाउन द लाइन इट्स मोर अबाउट प्राइड इट्स नॉट जस्ट अबाउट बेसिकली द पॉइंट इट्स दिस पर्टिकुलर फिक्चर इज अ लिटिल बिट मोर टू इट कंसीडरिंग ये वर्ल्ड कप के पहले भी होने वाला है तो इमेजिन यार चेल्सी फैन मैं देख रहा हूँ भाई वर्ल्ड कप के दौरान एक महीना आर्सेनल विल बी ऑन टॉप ऑफ द टेबल प्लीज आशीष as much as I know that you guys deserve it लेकिन हाँ मतलब good part as a neutral is that at least you're not making a farmers league and I know Arteta is basically Pep's pupil itself लेकिन क्या कर सकते हैं यार लेकिन भाई Arteta मतलब coming back to that यार मतलब what was your expectation with Arteta yaar in the long run that did you expect him to actually build the way that he has built or you were like nahi we have to go buy players and kind of go the say bigger clubs way?
I think the problem was that we were in the trenches. The type of centre backs we had, we entrusted a centre back to Squadron Mustafi. What can you expect? And the problem was that Hector Bellerin, what he was when he came into the squad, the pace he had a terrible injury under Unai Emery that was against Chelsea. He was removed from the pitch, and then when he came back, we lost a lot of things. Like हमारा defensive record इतना घटिया था कि हम गोल भी मार दें तो भी हम consider कर देंगे. We did not have anything. Like there was a time under Unai Emery where we started a game against Liverpool where we scored the first goal and Ainsley scored the first goal and we were like, what the hell, man? This is so fantastic. Then that game we lost 5-1 just because our defense and midfield just opened up like, come hit me. So I know where we've been and I know that there are players, but there has to be a system. So Mikel Arteta, when he came in, he actually improved the defense first. We conceded less and accordingly when we got... And the problem was that initially... I think when I came to your show, people were surprised that I was actually backing our owner, Stan Kroenke, because उस time पे बहुत सारा protest चल रहा था, Kroenke out वगैरह चल रहा था. And I was completely opposite to that because I know that we were going step by step, and plus we changed the whole system, the way Arsenal works, because we had a lot of layoffs, so many people lost their jobs. Plus there was a pandemic. To come out of that, I think we did a fantastic job. The thing is that the biggest problem with the fans this time during these times are the patience level, because I've seen Graham Potter एक मैच हार जाता है ट्विटर पे हल्ला मच जाता है कि पॉटर को निकालो. ऐसे फैंस आर्सेनल में भी है. I understand that as well. So I've been through that whole phase, but I know that this guy can do it. I backed Unai Emery as well, but for some other reason he lost the dressing room. But here, when that happened, even the club captain was supposed to be he thought that he's a bad element to the squad. निकाल दिया. मुझे वो अथॉरिटी चाहिए. अगर तुम टीम के कोच हो या मैनेजर हो, तुम गुंडे हो, तो मुझे वो अथॉरिटी चाहिए. अगर तुम नहीं कर सकते तो रहने दो. So I think I can back this person.
Yeah, let's see again. I know that there are stories about Barcelona. I think it's a bit too premature CFC Blues. लेकिन सब लोग again there are many people watching. आज again I'm requesting the likes to go up here. It takes a press of a button. Please like the stream. Please check out Indian Gunner as well, and of course Almighty Sports Plus because of crazy World Cup content coming up already. आ रहे. Hopefully you guys are liking it as well. लेकिन हाँ. आज basically focus था on these two matches. Yes, there are a lot of other games as well. लेकिन I have to go on another stream, and I know that Ashish also short on time. तो हम quickly यार recap ही करेंगे. Again, यहाँ पर everyone shout out है absolutely Barcelona के लिए. Gerard Piqué, very important game against Almeria. Yes, of course. मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि recently he has won the hearts of Barcelona for what he did off pitch. लेकिन reality is, for me, I don't know, maybe I'm old school. मुझे लगता है it's end of an era to some extent with Gerard Piqué kind of moving on. I think it's because he was there in the mid 2000s and late 2000s as a player with Manchester United, then with Barcelona again, right? So मुझे वो चीज याद आती है again, इसलिए मैंने short भी निकाला उसके बारे में. And again, big up to LM10 talking about Barcelona. लेकिन not just that, I think Serie A, मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ Ashish, I don't know if you're watching Serie A this season. It's crazy, bro. Napoli is doing madness. AC Milan obviously winning the Scudetto last time helped, having a soft corner myself. लेकिन इस weekend में people, it's Juventus Inter Milan, so don't miss out that. That's going to be a really good match. Of course, Premier League में तो ही बहुत अच्छे matches. लेकिन big game, I think मेरे लिए one of the most underrated derbies is Roma Lazio. तो वो भी होने वाला है इस weekend. Talk about Mourinho as well. तो वो काफी अच्छा match होने वाला है. So a lot of games होने वाले हैं. So we're going to be discussing hopefully tomorrow a little bit more. जब हम FPL स्ट्रीम करेंगे, I know that FPL questions थे नहीं यहाँ पर, तो I didn't take them. Like again, I would request everyone to hit that like button again to check out Indian Gunner. लेकिन before ending the stream, Ashish, generally यार top 4 prediction दे दीजिए आप.
Initially, it was tough. Now I think the picture is a little clear. It's tough to say that. Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham.
Oh,
Manchester United 5th and Newcastle 6th.
Wow. That's really interesting prediction from Ashish. भाई सब लोग आपके भी दे दीजिए. I know हर week हम लेते literally, but things might change. United and Arsenal are bogey team for us in Big Six, and Bournemouth, Newcastle, Brighton, Sunderland. यार लिस्ट बना दो डेरेन यार. अभी तो यार literally हर एक टीम कर रही है. वही है ना, मतलब हमने एक स्टार्ट किया था डबल बॉल. It was very rare that a team is to do a double over us. It was very rare. In recent years that has happened, and that shows the mentality of the team. And I know Arsenal were in the same boat, say 12 months back. I know when Lampard was sacked, मैं आशीष से बात करता, remember, it was probably New Year's Eve. I remember very well we had this conversation that when Lampard was under pressure, it was basically Arteta also under pressure. लेकिन Arsenal stuck with him, and that's what happened. At some point in time, you have to do that. Let's see if Potter we are able to do that. I still have my jury out. सच में बोलो तो Potter के बारे में I'll back him. He's my manager. लेकिन देखते हैं what happens. Here, I don't think Sir Alex Ferguson failed PK. PK always wanted to go to Barcelona. Moreover, आपको याद है तो PK played at right back at times as well as left back at times. I remember those games very well. तो वहां पर I don't think that was PK's position anyway. PK बहुत ही young थे, उस समय develop भी हो रहे थे. It was a loan Spurs, if I'm not wrong, या loan ही था जाता और buyback वाला था, something like that. So basically went back to Barcelona where he belonged, where he wanted to be, simply put. So I don't think it was about him failing PK. Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United. Wow, interesting that. याद दिला दिया मानव ने, Man City fan. No problem. We'll come back, bro. Don't worry. Okay, City, Arsenal, United, Chelsea. Yeah, I think that this one is probably my prediction as well as things stand. I know I would have put Spurs because of Kante, like I don't think they can do it week in, week out for the rest of the season the way they're going. And Liverpool, again, they're too far off. That's the only thing, but you can never rule them out. Yeah, he will be regarded as one of the best ball-playing centre-backs of the generation, at least in La Liga for sure. And Champions League, again, the highest scoring defender, I believe, and you have to give it to them, absolutely. Like, and again, bhai, thanks a lot for everyone watching, and again, do not forget to check out Indian Winner. Of course, सब matches हम discuss नहीं किए, लेकिन we have discussed the two main big games in the Premier League. बाकी हम will be trying covering tomorrow when we try and do that before the cricket stream. We'll do the FPL stream hopefully on Almighty Sports Plus. भाई सब लोग बने रहना, hit that like button, hit that bell notification icon. But again, Indian Winner, do check it out. भाई आशीष, next कब आ रहे हो यार? I hope next is going to be very soon, right?
Yes, definitely.
चलो. On that note, let's end the stream. Again, thanks a lot, Ashish. Thanks a lot, everyone. Or see you soon. Bye. Up the chance. Come on, get in, bro. Get in.